Overview of red blood cells, erythrocytes. Of all the ingredients of blood, red blood cells, or erythrocytes, may be the most essential. They're primarily meant to carry oxygen from the lungs to apkins and organs throughout the body and transport carbon dioxide from apkins and organs for exhalation through the lungs. It's because of their veritably precise structure and of this especially largely technical protein known as hemoglobin that can bind oxygen that RBCs were designed to do this task in an extreme fashion. Characteristics of red blood cells. 1. Shape and structure. RBCs are biconcave discs. The shape of the cell ensures a maximized face area in its design, thereby bettering the dissolving and birth of feasts inside the blood cells. And with this shape, it's flexible, therefore suitable to pass through tight capillaries. Mature erythrocytes do not have a nexus and utmost organelles. This absence of structure within the cell provides further space for hemoglobin, the oxygen-carrying patch. 2. Life cycle. The RBCs in mortal beings survive for about 120 days. Once this period is over, they're removed from rotation by the spleen and liver, destroyed, and also reclaimed. 3. Hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is the iron-painted protein in the red blood cells that combines oxygen. Each hemoglobin patch can carry 4 oxygen motes. When oxygen is bound to hemoglobin, the emulsion is nominated oxyhemoglobin, while when oxygen is given out, it's nominated deoxyhemoglobin. Hemoglobin also transports carbon dioxide, although utmost of the carbon dioxide in the body is transported as bicarbonate in the tube. For the product or erythropoiesis, the bone just in the mortal system produces erythrocytes through a process appertained to as erythropoiesis. Low-position product of RBCs is convinced by the hormone erythropoietin, EPO, which is substantially produced by the feathers. As the RBCs periods, they pass through a number of stages starting from a stem cell and also proerythroblasts and reticulocytes before getting mature erythrocytes. Red blood cell functions. 1. Oxygen transport. RBCs carry oxygen from the lungs to body apkins. This is achieved through prolixity across the cell membrane as oxygen binds to hemoglobin in the lungs and is released in apkins where oxygen attention is lower. 2. Carbon dioxide transport. RBCs remove carbon dioxide, a derivate of cellular metabolism, from the apkins to exhalation in the lungs. A small portion of carbon dioxide binds directly to hemoglobin to form carbaminohemoglobin, but utmost carbon dioxide is converted into bicarbonate in the tube. 3. Acid-base balance. RBCs help control the pH position in the body. Carbonic anhydrase is an enzyme set up within RBCs, and it converts carbon dioxide to bicarbonate, helping to cushion blood. Conditions and diseases of the RBCs. 1. Anemia. Anemia is a condition that results from smaller red blood cells or lower hemoglobin situations, therefore adding the reduced oxygen-carrying capacity of the blood. Characteristics include general weakness, lack of energy, and briefness of breath. Similar conditions may be due to nutritive insufficiency, including iron, vitamin B12, and folate scarcities. Habitual conditions, similar as order complaint hemorrhage, or blood loss, hemolysis, damage of RBCs, bone gist conditions too. Sickle cell disease, a inheritable illness where the RBCs take on an abnormal shape, sickle-shaped, because of imperfect hemoglobin, hemoglobin S. The sickle-shaped red cells can beget a blockage in small blood vessels, which may lead to the pains and damage to organs and increased infection. 3. Polycythemia. It results from overproduction of red blood cells. The blood becomes further thick and blood clots are likely to do. It's generally due to inheritable mutation, polycythemia vera, but the body can also produce too numerous red blood cells as a compensatory response to shy oxygen, similar as in habitual lung conditions or at high altitude. For hemolytic anemia, this is due to the destruction of red blood cells at a faster rate than product. It can affect from autoimmune conditions, infections, or other medicines. RBC life cycle. 1. Product. RBCs are formed in the red bone gist. The rate of RBC product is controlled according to low oxygen situations by the hormone erythropoietin. 2. Rotation. RBCs last around 120 days while circulating in the blood sluice with oxygen and carbon dioxide. 3. Breakdown and reutilization. At the end of their life, RBCs are broken down in the spleen and the liver. Some iron is reclaimed while the remaining brim that it contains is converted into bilirubin, which is also released in corrosiveness. Drug significance. 1. Transfusions of blood RBCs are also a product used for transfusions of blood during surgery, because of injury, or as a result of being in severe anemia. 2. Blood Tay.